Welcome to Lost in the Desert podcast. I'm your co-host Karim.
My name is Issam, and this is episode 7.
Episode 7. Nice.
Yeah, crazy.
So, eventful week.
Weird week, to be honest. For me, I don't know about you, but it's just been weird.
Like what, work-wise?
I don't know, because maybe now because I'm not fasting, and now I'm just like, oh wait, I don't have to wait till my sleep schedule is like all messed up. So
It was a good week for me. I went down to 201. Sorry, 209. My bad. 201 was a dream. But 209. So
209.
Yeah.
You're at 209.
yeah, we talked about it yesterday.
Yeah. Let me expose this fucker. This guy comes up to me yesterday and goes, "Hey, my guy, 209." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like Stockton?" He goes, "Nah, man, my weight." I was like, "Oh, man." I'm like, "Oh, I'm happy for him." I'm like, "Good job." 20 minutes later, looks at me and goes, "I'm about to get food." Comes back with the full pizza.
Bro, I needed it. I've been
Who-
eating nothing but roast chicken and
Shut
brown
up.
rice.
Shut
I've been
the
eating
fuck
nothing
up.
but roast chicken and brown fucking
Comes
rice.
back with the full bar roast pizza, which is like a franchise in Arizona.
I'm pretty
It
sure they have
doesn't even
Barro's other
like.
places.
No, I think it's only Arizona.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. And then comes back and just demolishes it.
I've been eating nothing but roast chicken and brown rice
And
all
that's
week.
what you're supposed to be going.
No,
Bro
I
gets up
needed-
and goes, "I'll be right back." Comes back with the
and
full
I
pizza for
literally
himself.
eat like 2 meals a day,
You're exposed, bro.
bro. I don't care. No, I don't give a fuck. I was like, I'm not eating nothing but that fucking brown chicken. I needed a break.
That's what you need to keep doing, though.
Bro. Hey, it seems to be working.
But hey, man,
A pound and a half a
good,
week's
good.
fine by me.
That's what you're supposed to do. 1 pound to 2. That's it. So
Bro,
you're
you
doing
should
good
see
job.
when I go shopping and I drive past. Sorry, like I push that cart past the Oreo aisle.
Yeah.
And you know how they have the double stuff always at the beginning of the aisle. I'm like,
They're the worst. They have it set up perfectly too.
they do,
Yeah, they do it on purpose.
bro. The double stuff and everything. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I used to love the double stuff. I watched South Park, so I used to do the quadruple stuff. Like
that
Cartman's.
one. Well, our generation used to make it without it, and then they end up doing it. So cool stuff. Cool stuff.
Growing up, we had those nasty, what was that, the Captain Magic cookies or whatever?
Yeah.
Biscuit.
And then Nido. A lot of people don't know what
Anywho.
we're talking about. But anyways,
All right, so let's go into sport. Before we go into sport,
yeah. Before we lose people,
I put as you guys can probably see in the video, there's a plate of sweets here, all right? And some of you guys might not know, this is called Kanafa,
Chnafe,
whatever.
you're uneducated. It's Chnafe, okay? It started in Palestine, in a city called Nablus. It's called Chnafe, and we're the ones that make it, us the Palestinians. Period.
but you guys also
Period.
make the nastiest version.
We make how we make the next version. We're the ones that created it.
It's okay. You can create something that's not somebody else can.
We created it's perfect as the way it is.
My
But
guy?
people are trying to make it as their own, which
So-
is stupid.
This is the little debate, right? If you guys, wherever we post this, comment.
We're gonna post it everywhere. Instagram and
Lebanese
TikTok.
knafa, whatever you want to call it, versus Palestinian. Which is the best? I ride for the Lebanese one. That Palestinian one looks like somebody shaved Chucky's hair.
Watch your
into the
fucking
top.
mouth.
I don't care, bro.
Watch your mouth.
It's crunchity. It's not nice. I don't like it. I like the texture of the Lebanese one. Food for me, like 90% of it is texture. I like the texture of the Lebanese
yeah.
one way better.
You're an expert on Chnafe now. You're an expert on Chnafe.
I like this is
me
it
tell
is
you
what I
something.
like.
If you want to try Chnafe,
I think the Lebanese one is kind of
you have to go with the original Palestinian Chnafe. The best ones, if you live in America, obviously, Nablus Sweets is based off Jersey, Patterson. Shout out to my Patterson people.
or Mr. Sweets if you're in Arizona. I guess.
Mr. Sweets if you're in Arizona. And that's the best sweets ever. Like, this
So-
is my favorite of all time. Like, you can also eat it in the morning on a piece of bread, on a pita bread too as well. See, you don't know. He's
Bro, that's a lot of
uneducated.
fucking sugar,
He's
bro. What are you talking
uneducated.
about?
That's why he's uneducated with a nice cup of tea. But it's called Chnafe, nothing else. And us Palestinian makes it the best.
Yeah.
Period.
So this one, the brown one here,
The-
is
the brown one that looks like
is the
shit.
Lebanese one, and then the green
And you
one
see-
that looks like
And the red one, the beauty. And that's the
It's like Raggedy Ann's hair is.
Son, you're about to get smacked, son. Don't be disrespecting my Chnafe, bro.
Bro, it looked like Chucky's pubes.
Chnafe is the best thing, man. Especially like, dude, when I eat Chnafe, it always reminds me of
I-
Friday mornings after prayer, where I used to go see my aunt, and then she'll give me like kamsa shaken, which is like at that time probably $1, and I go get a whole.
She gave you money.
pan.
Just say money.
Huh?
Just saying she gave you money.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like I remember that, dude. And I used to just bring home like a whole, pan of Chnafe, and that was like my childhood.
A couple months ago, I went to Mr. Sweets because it was right next to our office at the time.
Yeah.
And I brought back like a tray just like this of Lebanese and the Palestinian one. And I promise you, the Lebanese one was gone in like 2-3 people tried the Lebanese one at first. They took a little bite
Yeah.
and they were like, "Oh, this is fire!" And then everybody else came and like demolished it. There was like maybe one square of Palestinian like
Because they don't know.
Kanafa.
They don't know. They don't know.
Bro, they ate. It's
They don't
not.
know.
They don't have to. You don't have to know the history of something to know whether you like
No, because
how it tastes.
because you probably was like, hey, get this one first.
No,
trust
I
it.
didn't have.
promise
I didn't
you.
have no biases at the
Or
time.
maybe, to be honest,
It was
maybe
fresh for me.
or maybe Mr. Sweet doesn't know how to make it right. So when I try it,
Hey.
and I'll let you know.
Again, so
Because
you
I had
guys in the comments
schnafe
let me
in
know.
Palestine. I had schnafe, in other couple of states. So I can tell myself that I'm a schnafe expert. So
Yeah, so you guys in the comments let me know what you think.
they're gonna say, dude, my Palestinians, show up, please, shit on him, because this all getting clipped on TikTok. There's no editing on this one.
I don't like the texture of the Palestinian one. It's too
'cause
crunchy.
you're uneducated, that's why.
It's not.
It's the best.
It's not. It's
It's
not
the
nice.
best.
I like the cheese and Lebanese one better.
Whatever, bro.
Anywho,
Hater.
let's go into our little sports section. Little
Playoffs has been crazy, man.
playoffs were.
Yeah, unfortunately, your Lakers won, so I still have to fucking hear about them.
Hey, it is what it is.
By 40 points.
40 effing points.
Which Dylan Brooks called it. He's like, give me 40. I feel bad for Dylan Brooks because, like,
he should have. I
He's
don't know why he
truly
stopped talking. He should have just kept talking shit.
dude, everybody was tuning in. Now, to me, I heard he's a free agent,
Oh, that was a given. We all knew it was going to be a free agent.
and
It's his
I
contract.
didn't know that obviously because I don't follow Memphis. But I really hope he does get picked up by somebody else, or Memphis re-signs him because.
I don't know if I don't think Memphis will re-sign him. I hope they don't.
Do you think because
not
of the,
out of
do you-
petty,
do-
but just because of his performance?
performance, or do you think because the attention that he brought to the team?
No, Memphis they all talk shit, so it's
It-
not really a thing.
John
but
Morant too.
and also the shit talk like brings viewership, brings money, all that crap. But
They might actually take that. They might
but
re-sign him for that.
He talked smack. He couldn't back it up, and then he backed out. Now people
Well,
have lost respect for him. And
No,
all I'm hearing,
people talk smack all the time is because he was talking smack to your baby LeBron,
but he
and
didn't
that's
get-
why because the NBA protects LeBron.
But when
and
he
that's it.
lost, he didn't back it up and get back on the mic. 2 games back to back, he was like, "I'm out. I'm not talking to the media. I'm not talking to the media." Draymond, even when he
Because-
loses, talks shit and gets back on that mic.
Because Draymond has his own podcast.
No,
and he talks
on
about
the mic, like after the game.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like they are making Dylan Brooks this type of villain, and he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I can get that. It's his first time too getting that much attention.
I don't think they'll.
So he's not
re-sign him.
media trained. He's not media trained.
That's fine,
We can say that.
but I don't think they'll resign him just because he's not an asset to the team.
I don't know,
Like,
man.
He's
We'll see.
he's a shitty shooter. And if he can't back it up like really defensively, what are you here for?
Well, hey,
You
we'll
know
see
what I
what he
mean?
does. Yeah.
Like,
I'm just disappointed in my Warriors, man. Why the fuck are we pushing the game 7? We had that game. Couldn't make a comeback, and then we just started messing up.
hey.
Now we have to play on a Sunday, and while the Lakers are recovering, we have to put another intense
I
game.
told you he played pretty good. That when the Kings lost, he still Darren played still pretty good with that finger, and I'm not surprised. Like he got it all sorted out, and that finger, he got a shooting out because that
Dude.
game where they lost, he was perfect in the first quarter.
Dude,
It was like
man.
3 for 3 or 4 for 4, something like that from 3. He was just perfect in the first.
Tomorrow
quarter.
it's all in, or that's it.
Yeah, tomorrow. It's
I mean, I'm
all or
still pulling
nothing.
for the Warriors to win it, but let's hope.
I
so.
want the Warriors to win because I think they're a better matchup for the Lakers. The Kings will outrun.
I mean,
us.
no, it's a better series for us to watch. Kings is just boring.
Well, not. Subjective. You want to see like okay, the Kings beat the Warriors. You want to see if they can back it up.
No, I just want to see LeBron against Steph again, bro. I missed that.
That's fine. I want to see LeBron against Steph because I
And
think
then-
they're a better matchup.
And then Warriors
for our
advancing,
team.
and then what did I say? I want Suns against Warriors, KD versus Steph and Clay. That is something I want to watch this year, and it's possible. So please, NBA, rig it like you always do. Write the script. Give us that matchup.
just because I want the Warriors to win, I don't think they will.
No,
If that makes sense.
no, I think, I think when they're back against the wall, Clay and Steph are just gonna go crazy.
That's true. It is high pressure. They're used to high pressure. I'll
They-
give them that.
That's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to high pressure, they're just a different breed. They're like, we've been here before. That's their advantage. It's like we've been here before. As long as Draymond behaves,
But then you could always say
Mm.
the Kings are like hungry for it.
that is true too.
The Kings like a
man.
hunger.
I can't wait till tomorrow. I'm
The
definitely
Kings
like,
are a fast-paced game. Like
Yeah.
they're fast-paced team.
yeah.
I don't want to see the Kings against the Lakers.
Yeah.
I
And then
I think we have a much better shot against the
yeah,
Warriors.
and one thing as well too. Man, I felt bad for Giannis too at the press conference when they tried to shut him down, but he held his own. Good for him.
I still think I think losing it is still a failure, but not I think failure is probably not the word he was thinking of. It is definitely a disappointing season.
That's it. Disappointing. I mean, no, to
Because
throw
they
it
did
all
get
away.
better. The team did get better.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
Lady Luck wasn't on their side.
That's it.
Lady
And then
Luck
also
wasn't on their side at the when he got injured and all that
Yeah.
crap. And then
and you
got to
give, and then
he
you know,
missed 2 games in the
and
series.
sometimes in the sport, like, some other team has to shine, and Butler shined.
Right.
Butler just came out and took it.
It was great to watch because I was
Yeah.
like, okay, 50-some points, whatever, fluke. Next
Yeah.
game, backed it out. Didn't he have
Backed
like
it
what
up.
42, 43,
Something in that
something like
coffee that he makes, bro. It has to be something in that coffee.
It was crazy.
I wonder what it is. And then New York, the Knicks.
People are really
so fire.
People are really saying like New York can make it to the conference finals.
I hope
and
so.
I see it.
I hope so.
I
and
see
I
it.
want to be in the city,
especially now that Embiid is hurt and he's
yeah.
questionable for game
No,
one.
he's out. He's out.
Did they say he was? I listened to Doctor. They said he was. Last I heard, he was questionable for game one, but they haven't confirmed he was out.
I saw on Instagram that he's out.
Okay, then he's either out or questionable, but he's not going to be all there.
Don't like because it can change. Because this is on. We are here on a Saturday. There's another.
I saw it. I heard it today. I think it was on TNT or something. I think it was like Isaiah Thomas.
Man, dude, New York is fire, man.
No, New York can really make it to
dude,
the
after they beat
conference
Cavs,
finals.
they shut down that whole block.
Who would say? I think they were also saying on ESPN, or I think it was ESPN, not TNT. Yeah. My bad. I think it was ESPN. They were saying Lakers Knicks in the finals.
That's fire. I wouldn't mind that either.
You wouldn't want like a Lakers Boston in the finals. Either matchup is fire. Either matchup.
Oh,
is
like
fire.
Lakers Boston, like the old rivalry type of thing. No, I think that rivalry is dead though.
No, because they're both tied for 17 rings.
Oh, okay.
The Lakers have a chance to take the lead finally, and Boston has a chance to defend their lead. Like that would also be like there's a lot of narrative in there.
I'll tell you this though. When it comes to Boston teams,
there'll be violence.
I always go against them because Boston fans, and I'll say this, are the most racist fans out there.
Oh, they're pricks. When my sister was here, the year after the bubble, like last time, I went with her to Zara.
Yeah.
And she makes me wait in line while she goes and shops because we only have one Zara in Arizona, and it's like
it's called the Fashion Square.
It's all around it's always around the block. Like the line is just all the way outside.
Interesting. So
I would park my ass in the fucking line, and she would go shopping and go to the changing rooms, and when she's done, she'd come back. And I'm sitting in line, and these 3 dudes in like Boston jerseys. And I had my AD shirt, my black AD shirt, and they were sitting there trying to talk smack to me. I said, "Bro, don't you have anything better to fucking do?"
Yeah, no, I experienced like Boston fans being the most racist, like in person.
But people always said that in the NBA anyway. So
NBA and baseball too.
To be fair, sports fans in general are pricks.
No. Boston is just a different breed. Like they're
like the British. They're like British football fans.
like they're all the worst. Like you're like at that time where. There's stories of this too, like in baseball, the Red Sox, when their best player was Big Papi, who is from Dominican Republic.
That's such a porn star name.
Yeah, probably, yeah, it is. And Dominican Republic, a colored man, and everything. And then when other teams go play, they be saying the N-word to these players, bro. I'm like, what? This makes no sense to me. The other other fans are the worst is Philly, and that's it.
Really?
Yeah, Philly are the worst fans too.
Worst fans, but in what
way?
No,
worst fans to their own players.
To their own
players, yeah.
Oh, okay.
To their own players. Boston is just racist all over.
Boston are just pricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about when the Patriots, when they had a bad season, they got playoffs. They were trashing the players, and I'm like, dude, they give you like how many parades, and they have one bad season, and then all of a sudden, that's why I don't blame when Brady left. I know we're switching to NFL, but like that's why I don't blame when Brady left. He's like, fuck this winter. I'm gonna go by the beach. I'm chilling.
All right, bring it back to the NBA.
Bring it back to the
NBA.
So,
your current predictions. Today is Saturday, and the game has already started.
Mm-hmm.
What's the score right now? Because it's currently like 5:58 here.
No, it's just the
Suns. It's the Suns Nuggets. Who do you think is gonna win at the game at the end?
Game 1 or the series?
The game 1, first game. Who sets the pace? Because it's in Denver, isn't it?
Yes.
The first 2 games are in Denver.
Oh, it's a close game right now. It's still first quarter, 28-27, Denver.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I still think Denver
will win.
Denver takes the first game.
First 2.
I'll give him that. Denver takes the first 2.
Yeah,
I'll give you that. But Phoenix takes game 3.
Denver takes 4.
I don't think so.
So first 2.
I will say after we watch game 1 and 2 of Denver, I can comfortably say Phoenix will win the first game at home. But after that, I need to finish watching.
I got Suns in 7.
You have Suns in 7?
Yeah.
I had Denver in 6.
No.
My mind, I
I have
genuinely
I
think
have
Denver in
Denver.
6, but I have to watch them play
I have
to really.
Denver stealing game in Arizona, then I have Suns stealing a game in Denver.
I just don't think Phoenix, after they traded, I just don't think they're that deep, so they can really, they're not that flexible.
Man. They'll figure something
out. Are you telling me Jokic versus Ayton? Ayton was one of the reasons they beat the Clippers. Jokic is going to chew Ayton up and spit that motherfucker out.
Boys, the playoffs, man, is unpredictable.
Ayton is so, I don't want to say soft, but just so, like, he doesn't care. He just doesn't care. He gives you that attitude. I said I don't want to call him soft because he's not, but he just gives me attitude like he just doesn't care. You know what they say? Like they say the same thing about AD. Like he don't have that fire in him.
No, if AD has a fire in him, but he just gets injured, he's fragile.
No, AD is
fragile.
Hot and cold. He's hot and cold.
Bro, AD is fragile,
bro. He's been healthy for like the past many months. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about months. But isn't he fragile?
Every time has nothing to do with. I'm talking about when he's healthy in the game.
When you watch the game and you see AD slip, you're the first person. Oh no, get up, please get up.
You're arguing different things. No. I'm talking about when he's healthy and playing, his drive and determination.
Yeah,
they're hot and cold.
An animal. Yeah,
that's what I mean. They're hot and cold. I'm not saying like when he can't play. When he can't play and he's healthy and everything, like his drive is hot and cold. DeAndre Ayton. And it's more cold than hot, honestly.
I can see AD get.
AD is more hot than cold, but still, like you can't really rely on him all the time.
Exactly.
So it's weird. I would give Denver in 6. Just off the top of my head, I'll watch game 1 and 2 and see if that changes.
We'll watch the highlights of game 1. Yeah.
Who do you think? Who is it? Miami is Miami, New York.
Yeah.
Who takes it?
Knicks.
You think Knicks?
Yeah.
I don't know if Knicks under pressure though.
No. I think they got the city behind them and they're ready. Miami only has.
I think Miami New York gives you more pressure though.
No, Miami only has Butler. How long can you do that?
Oh, they lost Victor Oladipo though. Yeah.
How long can Butler do that?
Next, I'll give you that. I forgot they lost Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, and I'm happy for Stephen A. Smith because he's been a Knicks fan.
I know. I saw him,
and it's been fun. His Instagram has been hilarious.
No, It has been pretty funny.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that.
I got a Knicks jersey too, so I can't wait to start rocking it.
Do you feel bad for Arsenal?
Nah.
Soccer switch. Do you feel bad for Arsenal?
No, fuck no. Fuck them.
I feel bad for them.
Fuck them.
I'm sick and tired of seeing
3-1 and then go to 3. Fuck them.
I'm sick and tired of seeing Man City win. It's getting.
Dude, they have a great player.
I know they do, but doesn't it piss you off after a while?
They're playing my team soon. Next week they're playing Real Madrid, and I'm nervous. But then also too, like you're gonna watch a great soccer match. Like you're gonna see the best of the best. So
but Arsenal they qualified for the Champions League now, didn't they?
Who?
Arsenal, they qualified for the Champions League because they were like what?
They
finished second.
I do not really follow.
I know they did, but I just can't remember what position. But that's gonna be good, I guess, next year. I like seeing like old teams that weren't doing too hot finally start.
You like the underdogs?
I love an underdog.
Everybody, same. Everybody.
I love an underdog.
Everybody does, yeah.
Especially in a sport where I don't religiously follow. Like I love an underdog.
Yeah.
I always want my Lakers to win in basketball, but outside of that, I like an underdog.
Mm-hmm.
But NFL next year, I want the Ravens to do it. I want the Ravens to at least make it like a few rounds in the postseason. Whew. Well, yeah, that's sport. Keep your eye out on our what's it called?
Oh no, I got one thing to say.
On our stories.
I got one thing to get out of my chest. So if you're not a boxing fan, recently a big fight happened, Ryan Garcia versus Tank, and you watched that fight as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
didn't we talk about it last week?
We didn't talk about it last week,
didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did.
Did we?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Well, maybe I just want to take my hot take on this because more stuff came out.
Garcia was a little bitch.
See, this is the shit. This is the dumb shit that I want to talk about. I don't know. First of all, I don't know why Ryan's getting this much hate. 2, he did so much to make this fight happen. Tank didn't have to do anything. Tank was literally just demanding, and Ryan goes, "Fine, I'll take it." The rehydration clause, the whole weight thing, and everything. And then also, you can't. I don't know, man. How this doesn't make sense to me as like a fighter who you can send somebody to spy on a camp so you can get like an advantage. To me, that's like just cheating.
But do you believe that?
No, it's been proven. The guy came out as well.
Oh, really?
And he told him, he goes, he's injured in the body. And now they just released a what do they call, like the embedded videos? You know, when they show behind the scenes. You know when they showed like behind the scenes type of thing. Showtime just released a whole 25 minutes, and you can see in the ring, Ryan's coach goes, "Hey, did he hit you in that rib?" And he goes, yeah, hit me in that rib. He's like, I didn't want to take it no more. He's like, I rather got hit in the face than hit in that rib because he knew he was injured. So that's why he was aiming for the body. Don't get me wrong, Tank is a great boxer. Great. You know, he is the face of boxing. But it's to me, it's like you already know where to hit him. And that's why Ryan took the knee. And bro, body shots are there. Have you been hit in the liver?
I don't know about the liver, but
Like a body shot right in the liver.
I've been hitting the ribs and all sorts of shit down there.
Like, dude, your brain and your body just goes.
I don't
go
keep
down.
track of where exactly my organs are. Could be
No,
liver,
like, dude,
if
if you get hit in that, like, you literally your body just goes go down. Like I got kicked in that, dude. When I tell you I shut down, it just shut down.
I got kicked by a kangaroo in the rib, a baby kangaroo, a Joey.
Okay, like
at a petting zoo.
Anyway,
but they're still strong as shit.
What a fucking odd thing to say. Anyways,
shit.
But the hate that Ryan is getting, it's ridiculous. Like Ryan, it will be back. He's gonna. I hope he does go up 1-40. He's gonna definitely, still have a great record. I do want them to run it again at 140, but the whole hydration clause out the fucking window.
What the fuck is a hydration clause?
Where like he has to win certain weight, and then they also like because for example, like if you like it's hard to explain it because you just have to. But the thing is like, if you fight at 140 and you cut down to 140, by the time you fight in the ring, you're like out sitting at 155, 160. Rehydration clause is like you can't really hydrate all the way. He has to have a certain weight because they don't want him to be bigger than Tank. So he weighed at 130.
If that weight is water, what makes it different?
Because your body's hydrated. You need to be hydrated. Because they waited at 135, so he had to wait like 140. He couldn't go all the way up to like 150 or 160, or whatever how much. I don't know what Ryan walks around in.
That's weird.
So your body's still not recovered all the way as you used to. Your power's not there. You're not much as focused because you're. Have you been like dehydrated?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Dehydrated.
I mean, there are better ways to explain rehydration clause, but it's kind of fucking bullshit. And at the end of the day, Ryan did sign the contract. It is what it is. But he was trying to make that fight happen. And Tank was like, I want a rehydration clause. And to me, it's like, bro, like, you are a great boxer, but what the fuck are you thinking?
I think last week.
And Ryan does not deserve this fucking hate.
Didn't last week you were telling me that, like, this is why boxing has lost a lot of credibility? Because they don't just get in and fight.
No, boxing lost a lot of respect because there's a lot of good fighters who are pampering their record. They're not taking the big fights like how Ryan and Tank did. You also got to give respect because they're under 30, they're undefeated, and they face each other. A lot does not happen often.
I'll give them that.
The only sport that happens a lot where the people are in their prime is the MMA and the UFC. That's the only sport where everybody's in their prime and is like, yo, I want to fight you. In boxing, it's like, oh, let's make it happen. And then management get involved. Contract is not good. And what they do, they fight some scrub that gets a couple of points. They get their money. And they be like, oh, I retired at fucking 35-0. It's just like, dude, who did you fight, though?
I'll ask you a separate question about boxing and MMA. And because I asked this, I posted this on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Why is it that every time we have like major boxing, MMA, or UFC fights, it always turns into a race war? You guys are like, I said this on my.
How? When is the last time I went to became a race war?
What's his name? The Tyson Fury one. It's just the comments. It's always like Tyson Fury and Wilder.
Yeah, Wilder.
Every time it's black and white, black and Mexican. It's just the comments are always like, fuck that white boy.
No, that makes no sense.
You should have seen my Twitter feeds and all that shit.
Tyson Fury's his whole team is diverse.
No, not the. I'm talking about the fans. I'm just talking about the fans. The fighters, they have all respect for each other.
It's just weird.
It's so weird.
Those are casual fans.
Thing, it turns into a race war.
No, those are casual fans.
It was so weird.
Those are casual fans. No, those are. I mean,
next time you go into like the Twitter trending for those fights and read the comments.
But that never happens in MMA. I'm a more MMA fan than boxing. But that never happens in MMA because it's just that's just casual fans because it's so diverse now, dude.
It was so weird.
Nah. I mean, that's probably what you see, but I don't see.
I just go into the trending thing on Twitter, like click on it, and I just read.
No, that's.
And when they win, it's always like, yeah, my brother. Like, what did Homeboy say? Your friend, little Dr. Umar Johnson.
Oh, Dr. Umar Johnson. That dude's such a clown. He's like snow bunnies.
You should have seen him when Tank won. He went on this whole rant. I literally heard it like yesterday when I was like re-listening to some Brilliant Idiots like
no, that dude is dumb, bro. That guy's bozo. That guy's a bozo, bro.
Brother,
that guy is out there scamming people, bro.
It's anytime I see
what
these
theatrics, what a weird
it's so hard to.
No, but anyways, Ryan does not deserve the hate. I like Ryan, man.
Yeah, y'all.
And give him another 2-3 years, he'd be bigger than Tank.
Yeah, it was it's interesting going into those Twitter comments. People are disgusting, my guy.
Yeah. Well, what you got next?
I watched. It's so I really would like. I want somebody to talk anime with because I watched the 2 episodes of Demon Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. The animation and like the art, the animation, it's so good. Like the quality is good. The story is good. Episode 2 was kind of a filler episode, but it was still a good one because it's so hard. I want to ruin it. Yo, the sword in that doll was so crazy. That they have this. They had this like mechanical doll that is like used for training fighting, right?
Okay.
And inside it there was like this some ancient sword,
Mm-hmm.
and then getting to there was a whole thing that it was cool as fuck. They're in like a swordsmith village, but then the 2 upper ranked demons came in and fucked shit up. That creepy little scaredy cat demon. I was like, how? Why is he here? What is his fucking power? Every time they cut this nigga, it's like multiple personalities. Like in the show, like you have to cut a demon's like head off, and then that's to kill him. And every time they cut this nigga's head off, the head grows a body, and the body grows a head, and it's 2 separate people with 2 separate like powers. And it just they cut this nigga 4 times, and now there's 4 super strong fucking, and they're trying to figure out how to solve this. So tomorrow the episode comes out around like 11ish our time.
Because it's every Sunday.
It's every Sunday.
Okay.
The episode comes out around like 11ish our time, and I can't wait to watch it. It's gonna be crazy.
Mm.
I still think you should watch all of Death Note. I think that's one you would like. It's a good starter. It's more like it's not like magical and all that shit. It's more like detective work.
Yeah.
It was pretty. I really like it.
I think I know. It's like whatever name he writes on the book, it ends up dying.
Yeah. So they have these demons in not really hell, and how they survive longer is anytime they kill somebody, they take whatever years they have left.
I got introduced to Death Note. Like I'm not saying I watched it fully, but I got a little bit of clips of it because Israel Asanya, before one of his fights, he took out the book and wrote the guy's name.
Oh,
that was fire.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. Like all the rules, and all the rules, and they're not like they're just kind of like passive and like just minding their own business, bored in hell.
We'll check it out.
But the detective work that goes on in there is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
What would you do if you had that? If you had the ability, because he starts episode 1, he starts killing off like terrible people, murderers, and people on death row and all that shit.
Bro, look at me wrong. I'll add that name to that fucking book. I would be an asshole. No,
you know what I would do? I'd probably do like people who are already dying and like terminal people, and just give them like a peaceful death. And be like, you will die painlessly in your sleep.
Oh, that's crazy. You know what?
You know, like if you're like a terminal cancer patient, they're like, this nigga gonna die in like 3-4 days.
I would be like, oh, you just ruined the economy. Cool. Let me just write your fucking name. Gone. So fucking you're the like killing your own people in this country. Cool. Gone. Like the names are right there. It was just night and day.
No. I couldn't.
Oh, you're a dictator?
It's easy to think about, but it's. Could you really live with that? I couldn't.
Yeah, I would.
I couldn't do that shit.
Yeah, that's my problem.
People ruining the economy. Like you're gonna kill somebody for ruining the economy?
Yeah, you just ruin people's lives.
I'd probably just go around bringing peace to people. I'd be like, okay, well,
you're
in pain. You're in pain, and you're gonna die. Bro, I'm not a murderer. I may be petty and all that shit. Petty, a little toxic, all that crap, but I'm not a fucking murderer. I can't do that.
I'm a killer.
I'm probably somebody who's already dying. I'll probably just give him a little, you're going to die peacefully in your sleep with 0 pain. You're going to experience 0 pain for the next 24 hours, say goodbye to your family, and die peacefully in your sleep.
Nah, I'm more like, fuck with me. I dare you. I told you, speaking of Death Note, the last we ended with, I'm pretty sure it was the creator, but this girl went to like an autograph session.
Oh, he told me the story.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Can you sign this book?" And he signed it, and then she closed it, and it was the Death Note book. And he just looks at her, and it was like gold.
Such a weirder.
Yeah. What you got next?
What do you have next? I don't know. What the fuck? I have I could talk all day. You know me.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Because I there's so many. Like, I'm not saying there's so many things, but it's just like I really want to talk about this.
Talk about it. Go ahead. What do you got? I had movie. I wanted to talk about like some movies. Some old corny movies. I was trying to rewatch with like friends, but yeah, nothing really. Entertainment's been pretty weird this week.
It is very weird because the only thing I know is that Jerry Springer died.
Oh yeah, but Jerry Springer was a good part of TikTok. Them Jerry Springer clips.
But the thing is, it's like I was seeing that, I'm like, okay, he died, but it was like, man, that dude was in everybody's childhood. Like, if you got sick, if you're in our generation, you got sick, then 9 out of 10 then you turn on that TV.
Oh, I didn't have.
And it was Jerry Springer.
I didn't have access to that, so
that's what it was.
I saw Jerry Springer.
The only time you watched Jerry Springer was like if you got sick during the weekday from school and you sat there and you turn on the TV and it's like 10 in the morning and all it was Jerry Springer.
Jerry,
It's crazy.
Jerry.
But then
Jerry.
but then you what's it called? Like later on in life, then you realize that most of the episodes were paid actors, and that was kind of disappointing when I found that out.
I didn't really care. Some of the stories were still. And then you know what? Now knowing that when you said
But yeah,
I'm always thinking, was
which
this
one's
not?
real?
Which ones
Yeah,
were? Which
that's
ones
the
were?
thing, though.
And I'm still having a good time laughing on TikTok.
Because even like the show, what is it called, Maury?
Maury.
Yeah. Because the reason we found that out like years ago, one of the guests that he was trying to be like, when they do like the test baby daddy thing, ended up becoming a rapper.
Really?
Like a local artist, and they interviewed him. He's like, "Hey, were you on Murray?" And he goes, "Bro, my homegirl asked me, and they paid me $4,000 for the episode." And I was just like,
I think they pay them to like show up.
"So no,
Like they give them some sort of
yeah, but I
cover,
mean
like,
they
their
have to.
flights
But whatever
and missing
storyline
work.
they write them, they have to do it.
They
So
write them a storyline.
yeah, well, no shit, they
I
don't
knew
just come with their own story.
Well, I knew they paid. No, I thought they just paid them to.
So
like,
now
act a
my
fool.
question is, would you do that for $4,000?
No, for $4,000 to do
okay,
what?
okay, right now 5Gs to go on an episode and pretend that you know whatever storyline they write, but it's something crazy. Would you do it for 5Gs?
No, my integrity is not worth $5,000.
Okay, 20,000.
20,000, yeah. I got house payments, and I have a old AC unit that I need to replace, and they're like $10,000 to replace. I'm 100% doing that.
Oh man,
my favorite episode of Maury is that Puerto Rican guy who slept with some girl, and she's like calling him out, like, "Oh, this is my baby daddy, whatever." And he comes out, he's like, "Maury, that ain't my kid. Look at that kid. I'm Puerto Rican. That baby look Mexican as hell."
Oh
I
my
died. That he got
God.
the bro. He's screaming and dancing at the end. That is my favorite Maury episode. That baby look Mexican as hell.
No, mine.
It was hilarious.
There was a lady. She was scared of balloons. Yeah, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then this was crazy. So I was young, right? Obviously, and then I was like, and I watched it. I was like, "Yo, this country's weird." I was like, "Yo, this country's mad weird." Like this lady was crying and terrified because of balloons.
You know why this shit only happens here? Because in third world countries, they don't have birthday parties. They want balloons to be popping and
Fuck
shit.
you, bro.
They never know if they're afraid of balloons. They never know
balloons.
they're afraid of balloons.
You sick ass. We do have balloons.
You think they got balloons in Central African Republic? I've been to
I don't
Central
know. I
Africa.
never
That
been
place
there.
is hell. I'm sorry.
I never been there. I wouldn't know.
I've been to Central Africa. My grandmother worked there. That place is hell.
You
I'm
been
not
around?
going. Never again.
Yeah.
Never again. That's one of the places I will avoid for my entire life. I always wanted to explore Ethiopia more because we were there in transit. Not gonna lie, we had to switch. We had a 1-day hotel stop in Ethiopia, and there was a fly the size of my fucking fist.
Damn.
And we trapped it in the bathroom, and it was knocking. Me and my mom, my sister in the hotel room were just hearing.
I didn't know about Ethiopia because when we asked our
it was a beautiful country. The drive to the hotel was beautiful, but once that one big ass fly, green and shiny.
What is it like more like water, land, or like?
I think it's more of a mixture of tropical.
Ooh,
Like it's more tropical
fire.
than everything because it's south of Sudan. This further south you get, the more tropical it gets. I know Ethiopia is more tropical anyway. Can't remember. I think it has a coast. It does have a coast.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure it has a coast.
And Ethiopia is south of Sudan.
Yeah, Ethiopia is like south. It's like east central Africa.
Okay.
So it's like in the middle of Africa, but it's all the way on the east side. So it's a East African. It's between like Eritrea and
it's
Somalia.
a Muslim country.
I think it's either mostly Christian or 50-50. Because apart from our friend, him and maybe only a few other people I've known were Muslim Ethiopians.
No, I met
the vast majority of Ethiopians I've known in my life are Christian.
Christians, interesting.
The vast majority.
I don't know the Muslim.
Right. So yeah, it's I'm pretty sure that it's majority Christian, and there's like a few Muslims there. But before I ask you a question, where would you travel? Like if you had like a top 3 destinations that you've never been to.
Bora Bora, Maldives, and Europe, like Spain.
Europe is not a country. It is
like around Europe. I just was saying. I'm not saying
pick one.
I would say Spain, man.
Spain. I have my top countries to visit. None of them are in Europe. I have no interest in visiting Europe.
Where?
Philippines, number one.
That's not bad.
Philippines. All the islands. I want to go out of Manila. I don't want to be in Manila. All these countries I go to, I don't want to be in the capital.
Turks is fun.
I want to explore the Caribbean. I've already been to Jamaica, but maybe the Bahamas. I like beaches. If you can't,
I'm a water person
I
too.
like beaches. and I like sand and shit. So I
Yeah,
want to
that's
go
why
to
I
maybe
picked
the
Bora Bora and
Bahamas,
Maldives.
Turks, yeah, one of the Caribbean countries. But I'm gonna say the Bahamas. Right? Rihanna made that shit look sexy. Like that country looks every time she's on. She's posting.
You rather do Bahamas than the Maldives or like Bora Bora?
Yeah, I'd say the
Nah,
Bahamas.
you're crazy, man. Because that
I'd say the
that
Bahamas.
place just looks like heaven, man. Like, oh my god, but just being in the water.
Metaphorical, come on.
Oh man, I would
And
love
then
that.
my third country.
But it's so expensive.
I want to say Nigeria, but I don't at the same time. I want to say Nigeria, but do I really want to go to another
I'll wait
African
till
country?
Akon builds his city, then I'll go visit
I'm not
around
going
there.
there. That's Singapore.
That's a good one.
Singapore. Yeah.
Actually,
Singapore,
you know what?
Singapore.
I'm gonna add Japan to mine.
You at Japan?
I love that culture.
I heard that place is like it's like Britain but Asian, like the weather.
I
The
heard
weather is like Britain but
I
Asian.
had friends that went to Japan and they obsessed with it, especially
Yeah.
during blossom season.
Okay.
And
I know what
like
you mean.
it's
The
just
cherry
looks,
blossoms, I guess.
yeah, it just looks gorgeous, man.
Because
And I heard the people there are kind of like super chill, like
people say Singapore is like New York of Asia, like
Yeah.
New York, LA of Asia.
You're trying to
It's
go
just
to that
rich
hotel
and
with the water?
glamour. No,
like the.
I don't have a single thing, but I just look at the scenery and like the city and stuff. Like Singapore just looks glamorous.
Is that where the movie Crazy Rich Asians? That's what they filmed, right? Singapore.
I never watched that movie.
Great fucking movie.
Is it?
I'm not gonna lie, it's a great movie. Crazy Rich Asians, you never seen it?
Never seen it.
It's a great romantic movie.
This is why you're here to take over the movie because I don't watch movies like you do.
You haven't? I can't believe you
I've
haven't
never
watched it. It's
seen-
a great movie, dude.
I've never seen Crazy Rich Asians.
You might cry.
Really?
Yeah,
What is it? What genre is it?
it's like a romantic movie.
Oh, then you've already lost me.
It's
I
a
don't
great
like
movie.
rom-coms.
You don't like rom-com?
Hate them with a passion.
Why? Because you don't believe in love?
They're so corny and predictable.
No, this one is unpredictable.
Really?
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
give you that. Okay, I'll try. I'll
Yeah.
we'll
I
see
like
if you
it.
can convince me to watch
I don't have
it.
to convince you. Just watch it.
Okay. Yeah, those are my three. Those are my three destinations.
That's a
like
good ones.
Philippines, definitely Philippines, or like Bahamas. Because I've already been to Jamaica and I know it's gorgeous,
Mm.
but definitely want to go to Bahamas.
What about Thailand?
explore. I've already been to Thailand, so
You already been to Thailand?
school trip.
Oh, that's right. With your crazy school trip.
Yeah, well, a lot of stories we can't share on
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Thailand is dude. The stories I hear from Thailand is like super cheap, but it's crazy. You know,
But
you
they're
can just.
saying it's just you don't sit down to eat. That was just the great part. You don't really sit down to eat. You're
It's
just on the move, and just food
yeah.
is the niggas selling food left and right.
Dude, I seen this guy vlogging that he moved from Dubai to Thailand, and he's talking about how Thailand is great, like it's a great place to live because everything's cheap. You know you can buy steroids off the shelf like it's like candy. That's crazy to me.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of countries like in Sudan. The
No.
regulations of shit you can buy off the country like is pretty.
In Sudan,
In Sudan,
bro, right now in Sudan there's no law. Let's just be 100% with us. So I don't know, like.
we'll talk about it at the end. We'll talk about it at the end, right? Because I went to the protest today, so we'll talk
Oh
about
yeah,
it
that's
at
right.
the
You
end.
protested
Let's
this
keep
morning.
let's keep it upbeat. I don't
No,
want to
let's
get
talk about the
depressing.
protest this morning. Let's go. You're out there with your people. That's dope. How'd you feel?
We
Did you
went.
feel?
I found out last minute, and you know what? After we record this, I'll post because there are all these protests around the country,
Yes,
not just in
yes,
Phoenix
yes.
and around the country and in like Europe as well. So we'll take that post and we'll put it up there. But
And
it
if you're
was
not aware
really
what's
good.
happening in Sudan, please educate yourself.
Or,
What's going down there is very,
or
very
watch
sad.
the end of episode 6. So we talked about it very briefly as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
It was really good. I showed up at like 9 or something, and
Oh, you showed up on time.
I showed up on time. Yeah, 9 or something. I showed up. I just had to park. That's what actually made me late.
Yeah.
But showed up on time. There was already like AZ family was reporting and just taking videos and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I was told Fox record as well.
I saw Fox on somebody's Instagram because I saw a picture of you with your little small megaphone.
Oh, the megaphone.
Yeah.
And the flag. Well,
Yeah,
not my
yeah.
megaphone, but still.
Yeah,
I just showed up and they
yeah.
were like, chant. I said, what do you mean chant?
Yeah, you're supposed to make a noise.
Well, they told me lead the chant, and I was like,
This is not your first
okay.
protest.
It's not my first protest for Sudan either.
Yeah.
But they were like, oh, you were good at the last one. Lead the chant. And I was like, okay. It took me a minute to get
Good
it, but
job.
we got into the groove. Niggas were
Nice,
jumping up and
nice,
down.
nice,
I
nice.
almost fell off the light rail and like broke my fucking leg.
Because you're a bozo.
We did a good interview with ABC 15.
You did one?
Yeah. I hope they air it. So
You got on the mic?
Yeah, I got on the mic. We had a full segment.
Oh, look at
But
you.
how it works is that somebody has to like approve. So I don't know if it'll be aired.
It'll be aired. Dude.
I don't know if it'll be aired.
Dude,
the earliest it would be like 10 at night.
No, it'll be aired. If not,
Or
there'll
tomorrow.
be an online article, and then they'll show like a little clip of you.
I hope so. I look like
Yeah.
trash. I didn't have my haircut, and I was like, I wasn't expecting this.
Oh, this is a haircut? Because I was gonna ask you, like, after this podcast, let me know who he is so I can fuck him up for you.
Well,
Because, bro, you need to get a refund, son.
I love my hair.
That shit, you're such a LeBron fan. Even your hairline is coming starting like that, son.
I have great hair. My hairline will
Who's
hold
lying to
steady
you?
at this, and it'll never
You
go
have
back.
the LeBron hairline.
My dad has a full head of hair.
Bro, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you right now. You have the LeBron fade.
No, I don't.
Let me get the LeBron.
I can't wait till you. I can't wait till
Son,
you
you're
bald.
sitting like this, and he's just going
Episode
like,
watch episode like 350 or some shit. You're gonna see Issam's hairline. Is
son,
just gone.
everybody loves it. Everybody's obsessed with my hair.
Nobody said you know they're not gonna like it, but it's gonna go. That has nothing.
won't,
Whether
it
they
won't,
like
it
it or not, you're
It
gonna
won't.
start getting.
And there's nobody in my family from my dad's side or mom's side where it's like declining.
That's fine. Watch. I'm gonna show up and
My
start giving
genes
you
are
little,
strong.
I'm gonna give you little testosterone shots, and just next thing, why am I losing my hair?
I was.
Testosterone
I'm
in
not
your
gonna say
hookah.
any names, but I know a family member that got on testosterone and did not lose not one single hair.
Okay, we'll see.
Our genes are strong, son.
Anywho, genetics works in weird ways. So yeah,
Not for you.
the protest went great. Please, guys, keep educating yourselves. We'll do
Please
what we
do,
can
please
to
do, please
post in
do.
our stories more.
Yeah.
It is sad and depressing. I remember I'm very happy my family's more and more of them are making out, but not everybody has that luxury.
Exactly.
So
And but do you feel also the same way on like social media where it's like getting blocked?
No.
Because I told you because
I know you told me that story was crazy.
Because I posted
listen to this.
I posted on my Instagram of what's happening in Sudan, and then the second post was how can you help, and it went live. I mean, I saw people look at my story, and like 3 hours later, it got deleted, and I was like, this makes no sense. So I had to post a whole nother post from a different page, but I was just like, is it getting like blocked? But I was like, it makes no sense to me that they're not getting.
Yeah, it's weird. I have no explanation for
But
that.
it's also
usually
like,
they would give you a notification when something
how
gets
long
removed.
how long can we take this as a sake? Why isn't like, why is it's like this, what's going on in Sudan or Palestine not headlining news? Like it's really bad. But then you have another country that they're not colored, and it's like.
Well, I said that in the interview. I said, when Lebanon got bombed, international leaders sent resources and aid. When Ukraine crisis happened, they sent aid, military assistance, all of that stuff.
No. There's worse than that.
But I'm just giving giving examples. I even said when Notre Dame happened.
I'll give you the best example. I'll give you the best
struggle is not a
example.
competition.
I'll give you the best example. When that church in Europe that got burned.
I said that also.
And
Notre Dame?
No. And they raised over like 300 million in less than 24 hours.
I remember.
And what everybody was doing on Instagram, posting pictures of them being on that trip where they saw and they'd be like prayers for that church. Fuck you. There's people dying.
There's plenty of people. I don't think people pray in Notre Dame anyway. I think it's just
it just makes no sense. And there's people dying, they're struggling, and you can't post about it, or you get flagged, or it doesn't get that much media attention. It's like, yo, how long can we keep doing this? How long can we carry on as human beings?
Again, like I said, I brought up all those.
Anyways, I get heated.
I brought up all those points eloquently in the interview, and I said, and when they asked me, and I thought this was a stupid question.
You said that about Ukraine in the interview.
I said Ukraine, Paris, Lebanon, Syria.
Oh, they're not airing your shit. They're not airing your shit is cut off.
But
wait, hold on.
I don't care.
They're cutting you off.
I said what I said.
Yeah.
And when they asked me, he asked me a question. He said, and he was a very nice guy, but he asked me a question like, "What do you think should be done to help?" I said, we're concerned citizens. We want our families to be safe.
Absolutely.
The people who have the knowledge and resources are the presidents, the prime ministers, I don't know, governors, whatever, those are the people who have not just the knowledge, they have the knowledge and the resources, but they don't have the will, right? It's not we don't have the knowledge to sit here and say, how do we fix, like you're asking civilians, how do we fix this international crisis? I don't fucking know. You have all the intel. You people have all the resources and knowledge to know how to fix this. Way better than us.
Even now, let's not say fix this. How about let's just make them stop for a second?
Yeah, and I said, what would make a lot of us feel better? That something was happening. Nobody expects everything to be resolved overnight, but if something tangible is being worked on, and I talked about, when my family was trying to leave and the French convoy you have to make tough decisions like this. Do we leave with friends and family? Do we leave with, the French government? The French convoy got attacked and hit, and somebody got injured.
Yeah.
So people are making hard decisions, and no matter what, level of.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
What do you want to do? I don't even have words for it.
Because I have to, this is most of my life when I can't even, sometimes you can't even talk about, I'm Palestinian and I can't even talk about Palestine. I post about Palestine, I get blocked, or I get,
Yeah, it's messed up.
And then it just sucks because it's like nobody cares. And then the media always throws out, the word conflict, or they make it seem like, oh, this is their own problem, not to take care of it. When in reality is like, no, what's going on? It's fucked up. And then all of a sudden it's like, you're on the wrong side of history.
I remember he asked me. He also asked me like, "Oh, what do you think of the United States response in the United States and other like world leaders'
Yeah.
response in removing their citizens from the country?" And in a timely manner, I said, "Well, timely manner is a relative term, but
Mm.
also who are they removing? Because we have plenty of U.S. citizens, French citizens, British citizens who were not removed. Their concern was removing their heads of states,
Yeah.
right? And even they didn't do that at a timely manner."
Yeah.
Right. So, who's really getting removed? And there was a lady behind us, like her husband, or I think her family member, like uncle, something like
Yeah.
that, is a U.S. veteran, and he's stuck in Sudan on the border of Egypt. Nobody got pulled. Like, and I said, we're paying taxes. We're U.S. citizens. We pay taxes. Like, why are our families not safe?
Exactly.
So,
That's
yeah, like I said, as soon as I
that's the
mentioned
discussion.
Ukraine and shit, them niggas is not gonna air us.
Oh, bro, no, they're not, bro.
I hope they do.
And then also,
It was long enough that they could
like,
pick and choose.
we're not saying like what's happening in Ukraine is not like it's not sad. It is sad as well. But then also like the fact that you can represent the flag at sports arenas,
Yeah.
talk about it, but you can't talk about what's going on in
I
the.
think they're doing a lot of the
Oh,
sports
dude,
arenas,
now,
but
dude, every time I look at a soccer game, they put the Ukraine flag to the side.
oh, in Europe, yeah, in Europe probably definitely they're doing
Yeah, I'm
that.
saying like.
I lost a lot of respect. Them Ukrainian refugees, as soon as they went to England and started be like, these black people, I was like, I could care less. Now your struggle is less
I
important
saw
to me.
that, and it's like, bro, you're a
Your
refugee. Why
struggle
are you
is less
complaining?
important. How are you poor? How are you picking and choosing? You don't have a house.
You're a refugee.
You
Like,
don't have a fucking house. What are you talking
bro,
about?
it's
When they
insane.
didn't let them
It's
black people on the
insane.
train, and when
No,
they got
no,
to
what's
England,
worse?
we don't want to be in this
The
neighborhood.
one that really bothered me, like I said, what's happening is still sad. What bothered me, it was the
Yes.
media when one guy goes, "These people are here are innocent people. They're not like in the Middle East." And I was like, "Yo, fuck you."
Bro.
I forgot what channel that was. I think it was CNN. I was like, "Man, fuck you, man."
Was it CNN?
I don't know what it is, but fuck him. He's like, "These are regular people who are, have their
I'm-
lives." I was like, "What about my people? Because we're brown and all of a sudden we're criminals?"
Are you really brown?
Yeah, we're brown. You think Arabs are white?
No, not white. I'm just saying actual color.
Then please educate me. What color are we?
You're more a beige.
You're fucking stupid.
I'm looking at you right now. Your nose is pink, bro. That's white as shit.
No,
You
it's
got
just
Rudolph nose.
because you put the lightning all wrong.
I got the light. The light is on warm, by the way. So
Well, you
the
should have
light
3
itself
on
is tight. Is not cool. So it's not.
Well, you should put at least 3 so they can see your ashy ass knees.
I am well lotioned up.
No, you
I
ain't.
use that CeraVe Rough and Bumpy.
Ew, dog.
Sponsor us, please,
Pause.
guys.
What the fuck? Pause. Anyways, next subject, please. Fucking nasty fuck.
Let's lighten things up from
Yeah.
the depression of the world.
It's true.
Right.
I got heated.
Before we get into tech, little petty. We're actually making good time. We're
Actually,
not
wait,
even,
you
we're
ha-
not
you
even
have
at an
s-
hour.
Okay, go ahead and go about tech.
No, my tech thing is really small. And not
Okay, yeah,
impo-
go
and
for
not
it because we're
important.
ending it. There's nothing else, bro.
Just get it out.
Yeah.
So, do you remember when what do you call it? When Elon, what's his name? Elon and that human robot thingy. That weird human robot that he's trying to sell.
The one that he put the program on pause.
Yeah, he put the program on pause.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
yeah,
It's
yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
be like what, 20 grand,
Yeah.
something like that. I'm kind of sick of Elon crowdfunding everything. Bro, at this point, make the product and sell it. Stop asking people for money and pre-orders and stuff like that. Like, you're big enough at this point that you don't have to do it, and it's getting a little frustrating. Where is this Cybertruck? Where is this plaid roadster that's been out? That's been people have been taking pre-orders since like 2020 or 2019 or some shit.
I think the worst one is the what is it called for the roofing for the people's houses in the Bay Area.
The solar's out though.
Has it been out?
Oh, it's been out for a long time. People have had reviews.
I swear, I thought they were still struggling with like.
No, because I remember during COVID lockdown, I was
Yeah.
watching videos of this person like reviewing it and seeing like, oh, I've had it for a year now.
But that project took forever.
That project did take forever, but it's been out now for a long time.
So the Cybertruck is taking forever.
The Tesla Roadster is the worst one.
No,
in terms of it takes the money, like crowdfunding, promises all these features and stuff, and it's getting kind of annoying because when you're a startup, I can completely respect that, bro.
But you're too big to be.
But you're too big to be doing this, and then the features don't always come out the same, and you're like, well, you can have your money back if you want, right?
Yeah,
all that. I'm like, come on, just release the product at this point. Where is it?
Well, because I think most of the money is going to SpaceX.
Some of the Cybertruck features. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if he was like a large scale scammer like the Fire Festival guy?
That'd be crazy.
If after like 2 years the whole pyramid crumbles and then it turns out Elon is a Fire Festival scammer.
That would be one of the greatest documentaries ever made. Like,
I would watch that.
I would watch in a heartbeat. But
I still watch the Fire Festival one.
But the thing is, like, he would have been caught by now. There's no way he can go that long.
I don't know if you're. I don't. You know what? Would he? Wouldn't he? I don't
No,
know how.
because there were no way they will give him commercial license to make space projects, man.
Hey, if he's paying, I don't think that has anything to do. But if he's
Yes,
if he's
because
paying his bills on
bro,
time, I don't think
nobody,
people
bro,
care.
for all our lives, it's only been NASA, and he's the only person to get approved to make it in the States. Like, you know how crazy that is?
But you know how expensive also to do that shit is.
It's mad expensive.
And he's also getting government assistance, by the way. He's not
Because he was doing a better job than NASA.
really, because he's had 4 rockets and not even touched space yet. He's
How many
blowing up.
Well, I guarantee you, if NASA has fails that, they will never release it. They will never
You
let
can't
people
hide
know.
you can't hide. A
You don't
fucking
know
rocket.
that. You
Bro,
don't know that. How many times NASA hid stuff from the public, and then 10, 20 years later, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we had this information about UFO." But they're scared of what he's gonna find first.
We're talking about launching a rocket, not hiding.
Son,
Not hiding like
whatever,
details.
son.
Bro, again, we have all seen NASA do it countless enough times to be able to say he's
So-
still behind, but that's fine.
No, he won't. He'll advance.
He's
I
still
believe in
behind.
SpaceX. If anybody's listening and they work at SpaceX,
I believe in
please send me
Space-
merch.
I believe in Space Force. Where is Trumpet? They're trying to prevent Space Force. They don't want America to colonize Mars.
That's him. That's his joke. Just let you guys. If anybody listening, this is Karim trying to be funny, and let you guys know that Karim thinks he's a comic, which is crazy.
I'm not a comic. I'm a troll. I'm petty.
Well, you can't even troll. Like, it's so. God help you, bro.
want-
That was your best work too,
I
right
want
there.
I want Space Force to
Get the
succeed.
fuck out of here.
I want it to succeed, my guy. I want somebody to get paid for doing nothing. I'm all for getting the bag.
You talk about Space Force, that the government,
What are
the military branch.
The thing that Trump set up.
Yeah, it's a
sector-
military
yeah,
branch.
yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
I thought the whole appeal that like it was like separate from the military or something.
No, it's technically a
In its
military
own
branch.
in its own branch because the military does their own.
Would you
shit.
serve in that if we get called for it?
I'm not serving. First of all, nobody would take me with all my fucking broken bones and joints. Nobody's
No,
taking me
because
anywhere. I'm doing desk work.
No, yeah, I'm saying
The
like
next
desk
war,
work.
the
Desk
next
work,
war,
yeah,
I'm
desk
signing
work.
prescriptions and then stamping shit. I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
like, here's your bag, here's your helmet, done.
I think to be in that Space Force, you really can't have no family because of the secret stuff that you're gonna learn. Like, you can
I'm
never.
not going to. They're not doing nothing.
Would you? Will you able to give up your whole life just to have information that a lot of people don't know?
No. What am I gonna do with that information?
I mean,
to know something that somebody doesn't know and not be able to tell them. Like, where's the
Like
where's
the
the
whole,
joy
like
in
the
that?
being Men in Black.
No, I don't care enough.
You wouldn't do it,
I wouldn't do that deal. Like, just disappear off the face of the earth.
and then be in a program where you're saving Earth, but nobody will ever know, and but at least you know, like.
I don't want to do all that messed up shit. When Will gave birth to that little alien and it spat on him, I said, "This is a dirty job."
Oh, I don't remember that scene.
First, Men in Black 1, Reggie, he was escaping and he was like the squid and he's talking. What's his name? Agent K is like talking to him.
Yeah.
And Will is next to the car and the wife's giving birth in the back seat and he's like, "Man, something's peeking." And
yeah.
then the squid pulls him in and spills him
No,
around.
my favorite is when he steps on the cockroach. He's like, "Oh, is that your cousin?"
Oh, the first movie was great. The
Yeah,
first movie
yeah,
is
yeah.
the
No,
best
all of them were
Men
good.
in
All of them
Black.
were good. All of them
They're
were
all
good.
no.
All of them were
1 and 2 are elite.
All of
3
them
is
are good.
okay. That one with
No,
Chris
that,
Hemsworth
no,
is trash.
that was which one are you talking
The
about?
one with Chris Hemsworth is trash.
No, I don't even count that as Men in Black.
Yeah, it was trash.
No, we're not counting that. We're talking about Will Smith.
Yeah, the Will Smith ones.
Yeah.
The best one is 1. It just goes 1 and 2 are great. I
It's
can't
funny when
really
they
rate them.
it's-
3 is still nice, but it's not all that.
It's funny when they show Michael Jackson too on that.
I can be Agent
Yeah. No, I
affirmative action
but-
program.
but that's crazy though. I liked at the ending when he's like, he picked him because he knew his father.
Did he?
Because remember the scene when the
Oh, in 3.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
so
yeah,
when he
yeah,
gets
yeah.
shot and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna look out." Like, that was for me was like,
I thought that was a plot hole because
That-
it didn't make sense in 1 that he picked him for that reason.
no, because he couldn't tell him. But yeah,
But isn't it great in 1 when they do the Men in Black test and
he shoots the little girl.
and he shoots the little girl in the head and like you're looking at him like, wow, he's really seeing life through a different lens.
That's what I'm saying.
All these army
you're in
cop
that-
folks are just programmed
Because,
they
like-
see shit and they're programmed to not think and shoot.
Yeah,
They're like trigger happy, and then Will is
And
sitting
they
there
were
like,
top sergeant. Yeah.
examine this shit like, bam, hit her in the forehead.
I
It's like,
that's what I'm
little
saying.
white
Like, you
girl.
would see life in a whole different like
A
eye.
white girl in the hood with a physics textbook. Them they're
Yeah.
way too advanced. You up to some shit, Zed.
For real. You have anything else to say before we get out?
No, yeah, the whole thing with Elon. I just, my guy, you're too big to be doing this shit now. Like, just release a product.
Keep doing what you're
There's
doing, bro.
too much competition.
Keep doing
There's
what
too
you're
much
doing, bro.
competition now for you to be doing this shit. People are
No,
gonna
it's
be
not.
sick of waiting for your product.
No, it's not.
They are. The F-150 Lightning is already like
Just
cooking
stop.
in sales.
Just stop.
By the time the Cybertruck comes out, people are gonna be
I
like, "Do I
believe in
really
Elon
want
Musk.
this?"
All right.
All right. We still have some. We still have. We haven't even touched an hour yet.
It's fine.
We're close. Remember, I want to talk to you about a little social issue. So I go through TikTok a lot. I'm a TikTok fan.
Okay.
The guys, so there's those videos where they walk around the street and the tape measure, and they ask a guy their height, and then they pull up the tape measure.
Okay.
Isn't it a little fucked up, like the obsession with height in society, like for guys?
When it
this,
comes
is,
to,
this is one of those situations where I actually feel bad for guys.
When
Usually
it,
I'm
comes to guys, yes, there for some reason like there are some guys insecure about their height. Because it all comes when it comes to women. Because some women they always say, "Oh, I want a guy who's over 6." That's it. They're always saying that. I'm 5'11".
Funny you should say that. I have a tape. I don't have a tape measure.
That's fine. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
But that's the thing though. Like, I never had an issue like insecurity about my height because even though if I was like 5'5", I wouldn't give a fuck.
I think it would eat at you, my guy, after a while.
Not really. I wouldn't give a shit because it's like at the end of the day, who cares? But there's some people like, oh, like they say like, oh, I'm 5'8", and they're like 5'6", and I'm like, bro, why are you lying? Like you can't hide it.
Yeah, it's gone to the point that people don't know what 5'8", 5'6" looks like anymore.
But
like, you look at somebody,
but then also like you gotta do it. There's some girls when they say short kings. There's some girls like short guys. So I mean, there is a possibility for you, but like I would like if I'm 5'11". Imagine me kept telling people like, oh, I'm over 6. That would look fucking stupid. Genuinely, I would look stupid.
It's pretty fucking.
But that's
dumb.
because maybe me, because I like I learned how to love myself and I'm okay with who I am. But there's some, I met some guys who are like they lie about their height, and I'd be like, dude, what are you doing? Like you can't hide that.
I don't think they care. I don't think that's the purpose.
It's just weird.
It's to put them in a corner where like once you've already liked this person, you feel bad to not call them out.
Yeah. And then if somebody, regardless if you're a guy or a girl, and you'd be like, oh, I need somebody who are over 6. If that's your priority in your partner, then I mean, good luck on finding somebody that's gonna love you. Because it's like,
it's still hard.
Because imagine if you find somebody who loves you, is gonna be loyal to you. He has a lot of common, but you're like, but he's 5'7". Like that's really bothering you. Like fuck you. You're stupid.
5'7". That he's 5'7".
Yeah, like no, I mean, I'm just throwing an example.
I get told a lot that like, oh, you don't see it from our perspective because you're tall. Like I've heard that.
I heard that too. But it's dumb.
Even when, believe it or not, even when somebody who's like 6'6" walks up to me next to me, I'm like, damn,
I wouldn't want to be that fucking tall.
I'd be like, I play basketball. So I want to go back to playing basketball, but
yeah,
I would look at them and be like, damn, that's fucked up.
No,
like,
it's.
You look, and I'm still 6'4", and it's like it's weird.
But I mean, from a woman though, it doesn't matter what height they are because like I never met a guy who's like, oh, my girl has to be over 5'7". Like I never.
It has to be shorter. For women, it's the reverse.
There's a reverse.
It has to be shorter.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sucker for short Latinas. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you don't have a choice. They're all short.
Damn.
They're all short.
Yeah, I know.
We live in Arizona. The tallest Latina girl is like 5'8".
If you're a Latina, come ruin my life and send me to therapy.
This is Arizona.
I said that the other day too at work. I was like, they're like, Issam, what's your type? I was like, I want a crazy Latina that will send me to therapy.
Why do you think they all got cushions in their Ultimas, bro?
Damn, Ultimas too. You're on fucking point. They all got cushions in
their Ultimas or Camrys or some shit.
Or like the Scion TC.
The Scion TC.
What is it called? Scion TC. The little Scion? Coupe.
Yeah, is that really like a?
Yeah, I seen it.
Is that a classic like Latino vehicle?
Yeah, I see it.
I don't know, but yeah, the tall like Latinos in Arizona are like it's notorious. Like the girls are notoriously short.
Yeah.
Like every now and then you might find a tall one. And you're like, wow.
And then it's like a unicorn.
This is the unicorn. You're like, wow, you actually are tall.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine from work. I love her. Shout out Sarah. But
yeah, shout out to
she's
Sarah.
Tall. She's like 5'10", borderline 5'11".
That's what's up.
And I think her husband is like actually her height, and it's beautiful to see how they don't give a fuck.
That's why you should. You shouldn't care.
Beautiful. I see that shit. I'm like, yo, this is amazing.
That's why, dude. Sometimes some people just doesn't make sense to me. Like
when I met her when we were still like work from home.
Yeah.
When I first saw her in office, and she came in and she was tall. I'm like, wow. I said, I'm pretty much looking at you eye to eye, and it's refreshing. First of all, it's refreshing, but again, it's the confidence that comes with it. Height really does give you confidence for no reason.
There's people that's.
But I love it. Like,
there's people that I know they're 5'7", 5'6".
Other people, you just hear them and
it's
you're
all
like,
confidence. It's all
nah,
confidence.
My guy,
it's all confidence.
There was a person I know who's like 6'5", 6'6", And he had the nerve to be like, no, my girl can't be taller than like 5'6". I'm like, bro, you're 6'6". She can be 5'10", and because of the difference, you'd never be able to tell.
Yeah,
I don't know. She gotta
it's
be
weird. Some people, dude. Some people's. I mean, like I know people who
tossing them
are.
around. Like,
Their biggest thing to find out about somebody is what their love language is, and they have a certain choice. And I'm just like,
what is your love language?
fuck do I care, bro? It doesn't matter.
How do you show appreciate? How do you show somebody that you give a shit about them?
By loving them, being loyal to them.
No. But like, okay, I get that. You can love, but how do you show it? Like,
What else am I supposed to do?
Some people are like, they
All the
physical
love,
touch.
all,
Some people
all
just
the
buy
love,
shit for people.
all the love languages. What is it? 4 of them?
I don't know.
You should just do all of them.
I don't know.
That should just be there when you have somebody for your partner.
One should be like your specialty. Like mine, for example. Like I didn't know
That's
it was,
dumb.
but I buy
That's
shit.
dumb.
I buy shit for people. Like,
Okay,
I show
but they
show
should-
people like my appreciation. Like I'll just buy them random
So
shit.
so there's what? Physical touch, gifts, words of affirmation,
Words of affirmation.
and what else?
I can't remember. You gotta look it up. I
It
don't
was
know.
words, gifts, touch, physical touch, and what the fuck did I say? I think I just named all 4 of them and I got lost. It doesn't. Okay,
I'm gonna have to Google that.
it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, as somebody with a partner, you should just do all of them. Like you should just do
But
all of them.
At
There's
some-
some that you're gonna do better than the other.
That's
but
what I
it-
mean. Like somebody's like specialty.
But no, but there is people are like, no, I need somebody that's like, his love language is gifts, and it's like, what the fuck?
like, and it's not like a relationship. Like, for example,
No, they're
like my
they're very
mother's like love language. Like,
yeah
she was just constantly hugging me.
yeah
Like
physical
constantly
touch.
hugging me, physical
Yeah.
touch, holding my hand, or watching TV. Like that's hers. My
Bro, I
dad's
fucking-
is probably like he'll just. That's a hard one.
No, like
I don't know what his love
Yeah,
language
yeah.
is. He's an unusual person.
It-
Probably
it's-
like
it's
buying.
pending.
He'll probably like buy you shit because
pending.
it's probably like
No, but
he'll buy
bro,
you stuff.
it just
to show
doesn't
that he
make
cares.
sense to me. With like, as a person with your partner, you should do all of them. Yes, like I said, there is some that you're gonna do
Yeah.
better than the other. But it's the fact that you're just looking at something and be like, you know what, my girl has to be physical touch, and it's just like, bro, shut the fuck up.
That's weird. How can you tell? How could you like? Oh, this person.
Like this is what I wanted. Like this, is the type, like just be happy that somebody loves you and is there for you and loyal. Like we're asking way too much, and that's the reason why a lot of people are single out there,
Yeah, people have gone crazy with the options.
which is so dumb. It's like, bro, I would rather have a good woman that only like that looks at me like I'm the only guy in the world, as much as I look at her like she's the only woman in the world, rather than having fucking 1,000 of hoes.
Want you to make me
Me
feel
feel.
that
yeah.
I'm the only girl in
In
the
the
world. But
That's what I'm saying, bro. This fucking people these days.
it's hard. Like
Because
people,
I get asked that all the fucking time. Because I'm still obviously I'm single, and that's the first question I get from the girls. What's your love language, bro? I stop responding. I'm like, I already know what you're gonna do.
question I get
Because
is, what's
most
your
of them,
sign?
most of them that I've been getting, because I don't want to say all the women, because I don't want to get fucking DMs shitted on, is, oh, I like a guy that does gifts. I was like, no shit, bitch, because you want people to buy you shit.
Everybody wants
Fuck
somebody
you.
to
I'm
get
not buying
gifts.
shit from you.
That's
literally all I
the
get.
first turn off.
What's
when
your love
somebody hits me-
language,
When somebody
Issam?
hits me up, is what's your sign? You ask me what's my, and I'm already mentally turned off.
That's
and
your red flag when they ask for the
that's
sign.
my. I don't think it's a red flag. It doesn't make you a bad person, but that's for me an immediate turn off.
Okay, usually when I get asked what's my sign, they guess it out right on the spot.
What is
'cause-
your sign?
Because this is how it goes. Literally, this is how it goes. They'd be like, "What's your sign?" I'd be like, "Take a guess." She'd be like, "Oh my god, that's Leo." And I'd be like, "Yeah,
Are you really a Leo?
yeah, I'm a Leo."
I don't know what that means, but
Means like we're the best, like we're the chosen ones.
stop it.
No, that's what it is. You can clip this, clip
Fortune-
the shit, clip this Leo thing, and put it on TikTok.
I'm sure that's what it says, but
No, that's what it
I
is.
don't believe in astrology, so it's all hocus pocus.
Oh, okay. There's people that
Aren't you Muslims not haram witchcraft?
I think
should be.
I think it's yeah. I think
It
no,
is
it is haram.
It's
haram.
witchcraft, my guy. Fortune
yeah.
telling, all that shit.
Yeah, well, it's not fortune telling. It's mostly like
it is kind of, if you think about it.
I don't
It's
know.
guessing it's saying a person's personality traits,
But
giving them fortunes like, oh, this is how. Remember, like when
no fortune
we had
telling
that
is like,
person
yo,
read our-
tomorrow you can this.
But yeah, but they'll tell you like, oh, this in the next couple months, you will get this and such
It
will
depends
happen
what
to
you're
you.
reading. It depends.
It's
what you're
weird,
reading.
but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
definitely it feels sketchy.
Yeah,
Again, I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
religious, but I just like messing with you.
No.
But yeah, I definitely like if you start as soon as you ask me like what my sign is, I'm like, please leave me alone.
Yeah, no,
Please leave me
this
alone.
single world, like dating world, is fucking horrible, bro.
It's like I take it as seriously as I take fortune cookies. It's fun to read about, but I'm not making my day choices.
About
Like,
that.
I'm not following it. I don't have bookmarks in my. If somebody
Yeah.
walks up to me like, "Oh, you're such a whatever," like your
Yeah.
fire sign is X, Y, and Z, and
Yeah,
we'd be compatible for this, and you're petty and vindictive. Somebody told me I'm petty, vindictive, and childish because I'm a Sagittarius,
yeah, I believe it.
and I said, "But you've known me for months. You could have easily known. Like I claim to be, I'm vindictive and
Yeah.
petty and childish." Other Sagittarius I know are not. So like that's
Uh,
not really true.
well, for one thing I heard was for Leos, because there's two different Leos. There's a July Leos and there's an August Leo. I'm an August Leo. And then this girl like break it down, and then I couldn't lie. I was like, "Yeah, you're right." She's like, "You're cocky, but you're fun. You're the life of the party. But then also like you're nice, but you want to be an asshole to people. But deep down, you actually care." And I was just like, "Yeah, you're right." And I was just like, I couldn't even deny it. Like there was not one thing she said that was not wrong.
There's I think people also like mistake. There's in Hinduism like astrology is a
That's where it
big part.
started, though, isn't it?
No, not where it started. I think ancient Babylonians, but like
Interesting.
2,000 years ago. But the rules and conditions and the readings are different. They're different in Hinduism than like the interpretations are different. So
because
that is religious. This is just like fun and games
Like
because
fun and
they
games,
tell
yeah.
you. So do you know how like the Earth like shifts on its axis?
Yeah.
Right? It's not really.
Sure.
So the sky above you is never the same.
Okay.
So I learned this when I was again Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Okay.
The sky above it, like was 2,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody would technically be like a month back on their sign.
I see.
So if you're a Sagittarius in December, you technically should be like Sagittarius in November. Right, so everybody's technically like a month back. So technically, I should be like an Aquarius. So he said, "This is how like nobody's made these adjustments for the star sign. So this is how it's like. I already know it's bullshit. Like you guys aren't even following the rules.
Okay.
Right, you haven't even adapted the rules properly. So I already know these guys are horseshit.
Well, drop your sign in the comments. Like yeah.
We have time just to answer Karim's question.
Who's Karim?
Isn't Karim your cousin? He asked us the question about if Kawhi didn't get hurt. Was that not Karim?
It's Yusuf.
Was it Yusuf who asked the question?
It's Yusuf. I don't have a cousin named Karim. Actually, take that back. I do, but it doesn't go by.
I was like, didn't you introduce me to a nigga named Karim? He was your cousin.
It goes by Abuda, but I never really call him Karim.
All right, but okay, whatever. You might got. Sorry, Yusuf. I thought I got you.
But Yusuf's question is that it would have been a different game. They would have went to 7.
Oh, given a 7 series, and then anybody could have won it.
Anybody could have won it. Yeah.
7 game series. Anybody would have.
Love you, Yusuf, because Yusuf is a good listener. I love you, bro. Miss you, and I can't wait to see you again.
So guys,
anything else to say before? Because I want to say something.
I don't have anything else to say. I will, except for please keep an eye on our stories for everything that's happening in Sudan, guys. Listen on Spotify, please. Right, those listens on Spotify mean a lot to us.
Yes,
right. I appreciate all the support you guys have been
Absolutely.
listening more
Thanks
and
for
more
all the comments
on YouTube.
And the feedback.
I see the watch time going up and up. I really appreciate that. But every now and then, give us a little follow and listen on Spotify.
And I'm thankful for the feedback. Even like people don't even know, they're like, "Hey man, I listen." And it's like it's super weird for me. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. For people always coming up and be like, "Oh, you have you're from the podcast." I promise you, like if I am like awkward, it's just I'm not used to it, and I don't think I'll ever get used to it. But I promise you, I'm very appreciated. I'm very thankful for it. I do want to say this as well. Last thing, congratulations to my best friend, my primo Luis. He's graduating this week. He got his master's in finance. I am so proud of you. I wish you nothing but the success because you deserve it, bro. Love you. Congrats, and that's it. That's episode 7.
It.
Thank you guys.
Episode 7. All right, and we will see you guys next week. All right.